Hello, fifth graders. We are continuing today with Falcon Wild, one of my new favorite books. I hope it's one of yours as well. We're on page 138, chapter 23. Page 138, chapter 23. Hope you're marking your book as we read. So you've been gripped with her claws before? Cooper asked as we lick our fingers. All of us have at some point, I admit. Not with claws, though, talons. The meat burns our fingers as we scarf it down, and the juice runs down our chins. It's not fun getting footed, I continue, and it's worse getting footed by a hawk. They have an even stronger grip that crushes and bruises for like a week. The key is to not react. You were perfect. Cooper's eyes shine. I feel sort of, I don't know, like she sees me. Like I'm worthy enough to be seen. He shakes his head. Ah, that sounds dumb. I can't explain it. I watch him feeling a little smug at the enlightened expression on his face. I do know, Cooper. I've been around raptors all my life, and I've seen other people get introduced to birds of prey. For some, it's just a cool thing to see a raptor so close. But for others, it changes them. We both glance at Stark sitting on a log next to my pack, making contented little chip, chip, chip noises. She picks her toes clean, telling me how she feels about being here. As long as we keep hunting and she gets to eat, I bet she'd prefer to stay here, roaming the mountains. Last time we did this, it attracted something I don't want to see again, Cooper says, looking around. We should go before, bears. Standing, I wipe my good hand on my pants. I've been cradling my left most of the day, and it pulses with my heartbeat. The skin is tight and hot. Yeah. Let's get across so we can finally find where that highway is. We have to see something. As we stand, a cold wind blows over the mountain. Up here, the air feels heavy with something. I can smell it. Snow. We hurry over the rocky terrain. The impending winter weather nips at our heels. I burrow into my hoodie. We could not have lasted this long if it had snowed before. So much for the warm spell. We have no shelter and no warm clothes. We're completely unprepared for cold weather. Fall and winter storms in Montana are serious, especially out here in the mountains. If we're still up here when it snows, we're as good as dead. I try to turn my mind to something positive. I'm so tired of everything that I've carried with me for days. You have a great eye for hunting, I tell Cooper. You saw the grouse and the ducks and flushed them both. I didn't even see them till you made them move. Cooper flushes crimson and looks down. He shrugs but remains silent. How did you see them? I ask. Have you hunted before? No. Cooper seems to be trying to look disinterested, but this time he's failing. It's the first time I've seen him walk with such smooth grace. His hair blows in the breeze over his collar. His little secret smile isn't fooling anyone here. He's pleased with the compliment. I've never gone hunting before all this, he continues, but I think I could like it. As we make our way across the flat mountaintop, Stark perches on the shoulder pad of my backpack and pulls at my hair. The closer we get to the rim, the more anxious I feel. Will we finally be able to see where we are, or will there be something else to block our view? Endless rock? Or maybe we'll reach the ledge, look down and see the highway just below, cars speeding along, people everywhere. Maybe there's a store right beside the highway. We can make a phone call, buy food, buy all the water we want. I still have Dad's wallet in the bottom of the pack. Thoughts of Dad and Gavin overwhelm me. What has become of them while I've been out here? What is Gavin doing right now? When I think of calling Mom, the thought of hearing her voice and telling her I'm safe makes me dizzy. In fact, we speed up toward the rim. I notice it's more than my thoughts that are swirling around. The ground seems to sway a little too. A swell of nausea rises in me. Feeling hot, I put a hand over my mouth. My steps are becoming uneven. My hair sticks to my head in damp strings. Cooper mentioned there could be a fever from my infection. I think it's creeping up on me. My whole head feels like it's on fire. I have to keep going. I stand straighter and walk with new purpose. Stark leaps off my shoulder and soars ahead. I think of the reason we took this trip. We're taking Stark to her breeder. As hard as it was to imagine losing her before our trip, it now feels like a part of me will die inside. After all we've been through together, I can't give her up. She saved my life. We have a bond that I didn't fully recognize before. How am I going to leave her there and walk away from her? When I look for her again, Stark disappears over the ridge. It's just ahead now. I can see it drop off past and that last rock as I break into a run. My arm is in agony. A fiery pain slices my skin with each movement. But it doesn't matter now. Finally, we're going to see where we are. I crest the ridge a step before Cooper. I look down. There's a road, I yell, hopping up and down. I see Cooper's eyes now and I look more closely. Studying the lay of the land, the road is somehow familiar. My gaze follows it until I see something glinting in the sun. When I realize what it is, my whole body deflates like I've been stuck with a knife. It's your van, Cooper says. We've been walking in a circle. Chapter 24, page 142. What? My mouth falls open as I stare at the road that I started on. How did this happen? This is impossible. I've heard that people who are lost end up walking in circles, but I've never understood how someone does that. Can't they see the sun? We've been walking west this whole time, and the mountain stayed at our right. There's no way we could have gone in a circle. It felt straight to me. We were hiking straight to the highway, but there is the van in plain sight. We were not walking straight. The knowledge crushes me. I feel pressed into the rocks. I did not get help for Dad and Gavin. I wasted all this time. My gaze stays on the van. It's too far to make anyone out. I don't see Gavin's slight form walking around. An intense fear stabs at my gut. Come on, let's get down there. I step off the ledge, trying to focus on where to put my feet. Loose rock and gravel shift and slide under my shoes. I'm barely able to control my descent. My head spins. Cooper would have been better off trying to get to the highway on his own. He says nothing as we descend. He just follows me and sometimes even helps steady my elbow as I stagger. I am so grateful that Cooper is here to help. I guess I didn't hold up my end of the deal, I say, defeated. Yeah, well, we're not done yet. We can negotiate the money later, Cooper smiles. It's a friendship smile, and this new feeling of belonging keeps me moving. We're almost at the tree line, about halfway down the mountain. Stark is perched in a lodgepole pine, preening her feathers. When the rocks roll under my feet, she lifts her head and blinks down at me, but makes no move to come. The sky behind her is filled with slate clouds. The only thing I care about is getting back to the van. What are they doing now? Are they even still there? I wonder if they think I've died or gotten lost. Maybe Gavin decided to go get help, or maybe someone came along. My heart speeds up at this thought. Yes, maybe they're both safe. Dad could be recovering in a hospital right now. How wonderful would that be? As I picture this, I become aware of the awful tension this responsibility has created in me. It's almost too heavy to bear any longer. Imagining Dad and Gavin safe floods me with sweet relief. But then wicked thoughts convince me that this is probably not what happened. We're going to stop there on page 143, and we'll begin tomorrow on page 144. Thank you so much, fifth graders. Have a really good day and take care of yourselves. Bye now.